Hey folks, and welcome to Greg's Golf Shack. Do you hit the ball all over the place, not knowing where it's going to go? Sometimes you're slicing it out to the right. Sometimes you're hooking it and it's going way left. It's just unpredictable and you're not sure what's going to happen. And what we'd like to do is hit it a little bit straighter and even more consistent. Even if we hit it left or right, we'd like to tighten in those reins and keep it in the fairway. Well, I've got a good tip for you to help you hit the ball a little bit straighter, more consistent, and hit more fairways. Now folks, if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment. I'm a certified instructor with the Canadian Golf Teachers Federation. I want to help improve your golf game and help you have more fun on the course. Now there's a lot of reasons we can struggle with consistency. We all have unique swings, but I have a common fix that might help us a lot with tightening our golf shots, but it might also help you fix a slice or fix a hook and keep the ball in play with a little bit more of a predictable outcome. What we're going to be talking about is the elbows and how we can focus on our elbows to help us create a consistent frame for our swing that will help us deliver the club consistently each time and hit the shots pure. So one of the most common issues we have with this is many of us get too much separation with our arms. In our backswing, we might get a little bit too elbow high coming back like this. We might get a flying elbow coming through. Very often we can rotate our arms a little bit too much in the backswing, creating this separation. Or we just reach out with our arms and they become disconnected from our torso. It really makes it difficult to get all these things back into a good position at impact. And the most common area our arms get disconnected is when our elbow turns out like this. It causes our shoulder to roll over, and that creates that classic over-the-top move, meaning if our face is open, we end up slicing the ball. If our face is closed, we end up pull hooking the ball. But that elbow coming out, rotating our shoulder, is a move of death. These things can especially happen in this quest for distance. Everyone wants to hit the ball longer and farther, and we end up trying to swing harder rather than faster. And when we try to swing harder, our muscles in our upper body, our shoulders and our arms take over, and we end up disconnecting and our arms start wobbling around and opening up, and we lose that consistent frame in our golf swing. So what we're going to do is take our setup position, hold your club, and we're going to feel like we're squeezing our elbows together. Now, we're not bringing them tight together like this. We're not locking them out like that. All we're doing is this gentle sort of squeeze to turn our elbows inward, kind of pointing towards our hips a little bit. And what we're going to do is throughout our swing, we're going to try and feel like we keep our elbows pointing down at the ground. This will help us. If we kind of squeeze in like that, it'll help us maintain this frame, this triangle that we can rotate with our torso. It's a little harder to separate our arms from our body. It's a little harder to get those flying elbows if we have that squeezed feeling. So squeeze them in, rotate back, and we can see that puts us in nice positions throughout the swing, and it's much easier to get back to the ball in the same position. It also works well for folks who have trouble keeping the lead arm straight in the backswing and they get some bend in there. By kind of turning your elbows in, it helps that feeling of keeping your arm straight. Now, even in the quest for distance, this will work because we're staying connected. It allows us to turn and not getting a lot of this peripheral movement that we have to try to get back to the impact position. Now, we're not worried about our arms flailing around, we're just turning. And this is where we can hit the ball with speed rather than just trying to hit the ball harder with muscle. We can turn a lot quicker through because we have a bit of a tighter and consistent frame in our golf swing. Now, some folks might be asking about the release. If I'm doing this, how do I release the club? Well, this will help us realize that it's not our elbows that release the golf club. Often people will talk about turning a steering wheel, but we don't want to be turning our elbows around. What we want to do is turn our forearms. And you can see that I can squeeze my elbows in like this, and I can still turn my forearms while my elbows are still pointing down. So give this a try. Have this feeling of squeezing your elbows in and kind of keeping them close together and close to the body while you turn around and release through impact. I think that tip's gonna make you hit the ball better, good ball striking, and it's gonna feel great. You're gonna be more consistent and hit some fairways. Folks, I hope you like that tip. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Greg's Golf Shack.